Cool. Well, obviously a lot of football there. What did you learn from this evening?
I learned that a mistake against a championship team, you can get punished. I thought up to that point we were good. I thought, and we played some good stuff. Really good goal from Jack Marriott. But it's the two mistakes. I'm glad it's pre-season, to be honest. It's a mistake. Andrew Hughes loses man from the corner. He'll hold his hands up, and Bondi just tried to play a ball into, I think it was Michael Doherty, and he got cut out. So it's a little bit frustrating, but I'm glad the mistakes happened in pre-season, and we can iron them out moving forward to the Plymouth game.
Yeah, so frustrated with the couple of messy goals, but the shape of the team and some of the organisation that you're working on, and the understanding and the combination play, you like some of that? Definitely, and just definitely in the first half group. I think the first 60 minutes group, you could see some of the play. The goal, for example, it was a great ball from Guillaume, great finish from Jack, and there was some good play. Yes, we were a bit sloppy at times. We probably just needed to simplify our game a little bit instead of running with the ball more than we did pass it, really. So it's bringing everything together. This is what pre-season's for. It's trying different things, players in different formations. Results are relevant. I've said it before, I love winning, but the results are irrelevant in pre-season. But we need to make sure we don't get in a habit. One thing I don't want to happen is get in the habit of losing at home, although it is pre-season. So there's a lot of things to be ironed out, obviously, and we'll look forward to Saturday night because the players can step up until the 90 minutes and get their fitness in. With the second group, you had a few different players in there, and obviously the trialist as well. Do you cut them a bit more slack as a result?
Well, Alex was in a car for 2 hours up to the game, getting here to play in the game, and he thought he handled himself really well. We had a 15-year-old playing in the last 15 minutes, 4 17-year-olds and a 19-year-old. So it was always going to be, they are with us now and again in training and stuff, but they don't see a lot of stuff we do in terms of the shape, the preparation. But to have them on the pitch with some of the players, and arguably Ipswich second half team was probably stronger than the first, and for them to keep it to 0-0 against the Sears, the Smith, the Orphers who have just taken in from Wolves, and Teddy Bishop, midfield player, and Grant Ward, somebody that spent a lot of money on Tottenham. So for our young lads to play against them players was a real eye-opener, and how they keep the game so simple. They move at 1 or 2 touch and they move you around, and it's a good learning curve for us, but and a really good test for especially the young group who was playing in the second 60.
What's next for Alex then? Will he get another go at the weekend?
No, we're going to speak to Alex tomorrow. He's back in tomorrow. We're going to sit down with him tomorrow and hopefully see where we all are both parties, not eating us, and we'll take it from there.
In terms of injuries, Liam Shepherd and Leo, you mentioned ahead of the game, are they both quite slight? Will they be back fairly soon?
Liam has an ingrown toenail. I think it's an ingrown toenail. It's just got infected underneath the nail, and it's swollen up a little bit. Today he's managed to put his trainers on. He was struggling to even do that over the weekend. So I'm hoping he'll be training Thursday, Friday. Leo will definitely train Thursday. He's back in tomorrow to do some running, some striking the ball. It's just a little tight groin, stiff groin he's got, and like I say, he missed the last game through a personal problem, family problem. So it'd be good to get him back in because Leo's missed now 2 60-minute games, so it's important that he gets himself right for the weekend and tries to get 90 minutes under his belt.
Tom Nichols out the door earlier this week. Are the wheels in motion with a replacement for him?
Always. There's always wheels in motion. We don't stand still. We make sure that we have our fingers in a few pie if anything happens. And Tom's no different. Tom leaving to Bristol makes sure it opens another door really for somebody else to come in and fill that void. So it's a tricky one really, because maybe we wouldn't. I don't want to rush into signing somebody who's not what we want, if you know what I mean. On the back of my mind, I'm thinking Ricky's going to be banned for 5 or 6 games. We are going into the season as we stand with Junior and Jack fit. So an injury to one of them could leave us with a bit of a problem. So we need to make sure we think about it, we get the right one, we explore the options that we've got, and the right one that comes in can complement the 3 we've got.
Would you like a like-for-like replacement, as it were? Would you look for someone a bit like Tom?
Not necessarily. No, he just has to fit the mantra of the football club. He has to fit what we want to do. He has to buy into everything that we want to do, and we've got the targets that we've got, and we're speaking to various different agents is the ones that we think have that. But you never know until you sit in front of them. You can watch him, you can see clips of him, you can go and watch him live, but you never know until you sit in front of them and you can see if they've got that hunger in their eyes. So I'm looking forward to doing that over the next few weeks.
Have you still got some outgoings on the boil as well?
Nothing concrete at the minute. Obviously there is a few sniffs for 2 or 3 of our players, but nothing's been concrete. Barry takes phone calls every day regarding 2 or 3 players on the transfer list, but nothing that's met the club's valuation as of yet. So as I say, we've always got to think outside the block. We've got to have a plan B. We've got to make sure somebody who is ready to come in and fill the void. So we have got options, and if anything happens, then we'll move on to a different option.
And with Lincoln this weekend, are we on to 90 minutes now? How's that working?
Yeah, well, 90 minutes Lincoln, and the other group will get 90 minutes at Deepin. So we'll bring a team to Lincoln who'll play 90. We'll bring probably a few kids with us, and then we'll do the same at Deepin, and they'll have a few kids on their bench as well. So just in case there's any problems, any slight knocks or little injuries that we don't want to take a risk with. So we'll have a work. I haven't thought about the teams for that yet. So that's my job for the next couple of days, is to work out the teams for those games. Yeah,
really getting into the thick of things as well. Not too far away now from the final pre-season game.
Yeah, it's starting to move along. I'm ready for the season now, to be honest. The pre-season games are really good for the players and fitness and getting a lot of minutes in the tank. But as a coaching staff, we're all saying we're ready for the season to start now, and I'm sure the fans are. I think everyone's excited for the season to start. We've got some really exciting players that's come through the door. I think you've seen them. You've seen them in a couple of games at home. Yes, the results haven't been great, but it is pre-season, and we look forward to the 2 games coming up the weekend.
Bro, thanks, Graham. It's great.
Jack Murray obviously got his first goal tonight. It was good for him to get off the mark.
Yeah, good. He's really looking forward to the game. All the centre forwards have scored, all the strikers have scored, so it was important that Jack got amongst the goals tonight, and he had a couple of good opportunities maybe to get another one after that. So I remember Junior had a shot and he got one blocked off the line as well. So I thought Jack looked really sharp again. I said it before, he's a pest, and so is Ricky Miller. They just love running at people and aggression and getting their shots off. And the 3 strikers they've all got real hunger about them. And I think to be a Peterborough United player, you have to have that. You have to have that fighting spirit and chasing lost causes, and it's what the club's used to, and I think them 3's got it.